What should companies stop doing when they say they want AI in the product pipeline? What are they doing wrong when they say that?
When they want AI in the data pipeline?
When they just say we're just going to do AI, what are the pitfalls they should not do?
Well,
Yeah.
this is the question I've actually got for 25 years now. My PhD started with that, with the German car maker. And literally the question in my PhD statement was, the board wants to do something with AI. Explain us what we could do. And that question is still very much there in many organizations. Yeah, so, I mean, it's not the question whether you should use AI or not. The question is really, do you want to automate? And I think you should. And automation can be much. It doesn't need to be digital even. Sometimes a conveyor belt between factories is already an optimization that does more than anything else. But once you decide to do something digital, then you have to decide, where do I need automation that is flexible, not flexible, deterministic, non-deterministic. And you need to map what your needs are, and then you can find out what types of AI you can use and which kind of infrastructure you need to put in.
Well, I was saying, like, what kind of pitfalls? What are sort of the things, like the directions they shouldn't go? Like, they shouldn't say, I don't know. I'm just gonna give AI to all my employees and then just let them go at it.
Yeah. So we do have that kind of examples. So we do have clients that actually, from a board level, say, okay, AI is fully available for everyone because we want to learn. But then they also accept the risk that it brings to the organization. And the risk is not only that you get a wrong answer, but it's also data leakage. It is a lot of risks that you can have with external models.
Or you get overconfident, you fire people like Klarna did, and then you have to hire them all back because nothing works anymore.
That made it backtrack. That went too fast, too soon.
Or IBM, right?
Yeah,
recently.
And I Silicon Valley has the slogan, move fast and break things. That is good if you want to do something new, but they never care about cleaning up
the mess
behind them. And I think if you're a CEO or you're in a board of directors and you're producing something, you cannot do that. I mean, you cannot just break everything and hope that you don't have to clean up any mess. I mean, I think there's very few boards that want to accept that kind of thing. So you need to be a bit aware of what you're doing. Klarna is one example. We had the Canadian airliner. They made a chatbot, but they were not aware about the risk. So they said, okay, we just put it live in public, and then it costed money, and then they withdrew it again. So they didn't do a good risk assessment there.
Right.
Because if they had done that, then this would be okay. Right? That would be part of the game. It can go like that.
We can't really treat it as the one size fits all. We really have to adapt it case by case where it's necessary.
I mean, you can build pretty generic infrastructures now. That's another very exciting game. You could theoretically build an infrastructure based on AI that is self-organizing and flexible. So if your task changes, this whole supply chain infrastructure can change.
It all adapts.
And that is the theory. And for 1.5 years back in San Francisco, I had a little discussion with Jim Van from NVIDIA on this gaming.
You're right.
And he was talking about a game engine that was just sitting in the bottom of the NVIDIA hardware. And you come home and just say, okay, now I want to play something immersive with the space rocket, and I want to learn how to steer the space shuttle. And you could just start that game. It would just be made on the fly. Now, imagine that you can do that with your supply chain.
Wow.
Your organization. I mean, it's still a bit futuristic, but we are going step by step in such a direction.